All right, welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Jay. I got another special guest in the building. I'm gonna allow him to introduce himself.
It's your boy Sensei Woods. Yeah,
Sensei, so where you from, Sensei?
from the South Side, man. 39 low end.
How was it like growing up on the low end, like as a kid?
For me, I'm from the project, so I had the building, so you know what I mean. Like it was normal to me. You know what I mean. I think back then was more like us being kids and growing up and seeing shit like real gangsters and niggas doing shit, trapping in the buildings, and you know what I mean. Certain shit like that. Pissy at it. It was cool though. I had a cool childhood. You know what I mean. I did shit that kids do. You know.
I know I grew up. Well, I ain't gonna say I grew up from. I want to say from like age birth to like 6. I grew up in the Robert Taylors, so
Cool.
I never knew I was poor. I never knew
Right.
what was going on around me was fucked up. You feel me? But it was still like a community feel. You feel me? I don't feel like anybody in the projects was starving. It's always a door you can go knock on, or that
Most
community
definitely.
feel.
Most definitely. You most definitely like I just feel like anybody from the projects, you always found some way to eat. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it was. Like even when they gave you free shit like Wick and all that shit. Like we found a way to eat because Wick was the bare minimum. Like you ain't get shit with cheese and bread, but you make cheese toast out of that shit and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
I think the environment taught you how to survive. You know what I mean? Come from where we come from. So
What are some of the most valuable lessons you learned growing up in that type of environment?
uh, I could say like um, just standing up. You know what I mean? Like through adversity, like man, anything through all the trials and tribulations, you still can be strong. You know what I'm saying? Like coming up from where I'm coming from, like um, just being strong, bro. Like holding your own, man, and hustling. You know what I mean? Being a hustler, like going to get yours. That's the lesson I really learned. You know what I mean?
All right. So, at what age did you realize you was musically inclined?
Like I'll probably say like 16, 17, 16. When I really like knew like I could do some music. I'm dope with this shit.
So, what you was writing raps? Because in school they beat on the lunchroom table. You feel me? It's battle raps
Mm-hmm.
going on. So, was that like your introduction to music, or
Yeah,
was
that
it?
was that most definitely a lunchroom era. Like me going to school and my homies beating on the table, me writing raps coming back. It was funny because I used to fuck around, and before I was writing raps, I used to write other people's shit and be, you know what I'm saying? Like I say this nigga line and this nigga line to one of my homies bust me out, and then when he bust me out, I was like, man, I gotta go home and write my own shit. So I went home and I was and then write my own shit. So that really was it for me. You know what I mean?
What major artist would you say like inspired you, or what was your first? Better yet, what was your first album that you purchased?
The blueprint.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't purchase my first album. You feel me? My mama did, and it was one of Bow Wow projects.
Wow.
But the first project I actually spent my own money on was the Carter.
That was yeah. I was into bad CDs by the time I bought the car. I was Hove had me. Hove when I bought the blue. I didn't understand. I was understanding rap, but like when Hove dropped the blueprint, bro, it was new. It was fresh. It was like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Like when I heard that shit, so it made me go back and get all the rest of his albums. That's when I started buying CDs and I started let me go buy this CD, buy this CD. So you know what I'm saying? I started listening to more artists. You know what I mean?
What's your favorite Jay-Z project?
Me personally, I would have to say the blueprint. Like
Blueprint.
without a doubt, to me, like the blueprint. Then I'll just go like American Gangster and just different. Like to me, blueprint because that was the first one I bought. That was the first one that like captured me like
Right.
as a real whole fan. You know what I'm saying?
The first Jay-Z album that I physically had was Volume 3.
Yeah.
And I traded that. I traded that to my homie for DMX, and then there was X.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, like I rock with Jay-Z now I love Jay-Z, you feel me? I rock with Jay-Z at that time, but DMX was
I had
it for me.
No, if I had Flesh, DMX was it for me too. Like for me, like DMX is like number 2 because I had Flesh in my flesh too. Like in my hood, my uncle used to beat that shit all the time, so I stole this CD out of the room. You know what I'm saying? He had that Flesh in my flesh. I stole that because I seen him with the blood and shit on the cover. I'm like, hold on, what's this? Dude, look, you know, he be always screaming and shit, but he going hard. He was saying that shit you could feel. Like
X was different.
He was different. Like I'm like, I could feel his pain the whole other way, especially he was in the trenches. So, yeah.
So when would you say you recorded your first official song?
My first official song that I knew word for word, and I was just going hook and everything. I don't know, bro. I didn't quote so many songs. I can't even tell you. I wouldn't even want to sit here and just lie.
Now, you was one of them dudes at the beginning of the Chicago peak. You know what I'm saying? When the microscope was on Chicago and it was the Chief Keefs and it was the Lil Durks, it was Shy Hoover. Mm-hmm. You was one of those artists that was getting 500,000 views on YouTube.
Yeah.
So what was that era like for you?
Man,
better yet, did you know that you was one of them dudes? Like, was it a feeling that you had?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't to know, like, cause I'm in the game, and then when you seeing other, like, I'm seeing all them prosper, but then when I'm still like, you know, I'm still grinding, but I'm making my name, but I'm not achieving that status. So it's not making me feel like I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't feel like everybody's saying my name like they saying their name. You know what I'm saying?
I had one of those moments where we was bussing, but it wasn't real because it wasn't no money associated with it. So it was like weird. It was like people know me, but shit, they don't know me because I'm getting money. They just know the movement.
Right.
So I want to say it's amazing that you still actually moving forward in the game, because a lot of people would see the views not equate to, I would say, finances and say, fuck this shit, I'm going to do something else. So it's amazing that you still moving forward with your dreams and everything.
No, because if Vol always got my pen, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm into writing for other motherfuckers and shit, like writing for other artists. And so, if all else fails, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like with the right shot, one airwave, just the right shot, it's going to be what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get that exactly what I've been looking for. You know what I mean? That's why I just been keeping my feet on the gas.
Now, you are a Grammy-nominated rapper. So
Writer,
my bad. Now, how does that work? Like, did you get something in the mail and you was like, damn?
I actually got the email, and then I got a phone call. You know what I mean? You get, like, one of Chapel sent me an email. You know what I'm saying? And then you actually get a ticket. So that's how I knew I was nominated. I went.
You went to the Grammys?
Yeah.
So what was that experience like? Because a lot of people won't ever get to that moment in life, bro, where they surrounded by Rihannas and all types of shit.
It was different for me, but I went with a do-rag on. It was fucked up. I went with a do-rag and some Jordans on. Everybody had on suits. But it was real. I couldn't believe it because it was that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to win so bad. You know what I'm saying? But you know how that shit is. The Grammys is politics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it was real. When I got there, I'm seeing everything go down. That's when Kendrick came out with the jail suit on, with the chains. And he marched and he came out and did that performance.
What type of motivation was that for you?
It was different, bro. It was like, man, if you can get here, if you can get here this time, you can get here again. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how, but I can get there again.
Bro, I could just imagine just me sitting in the audience of the Grammys, bro, just like, damn, bro, like low key, like that go Rihanna, that go Beyonce, you feel me? That go John Legend, Alicia Keys.
I was so motherfucking high up, boy, I couldn't see them for shit in the world.
So when you get that Grammy nod and y'all lose, it's still something to celebrate, right?
For me, no.
You wanted that motherfucker.
No. It's like going to the championship and don't win the championship.
Right.
What the fuck we celebrating? We got to go back home with nothing. You know what I mean? So that was it. Like I can only tell you that I was here. It's a story, it's a moment, but that's the moment. Like when I want to show you the moment, I want to show you I captured the moment. Like it's capturing the moment, showing you this Grammy. Like, so it was different. I was like, hell no.
So when that happened, did magical doors just start opening up for you?
I think a little more. I think doors opened up a little more. You know what I'm saying? Like my my contacts got a little more bigger. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good thing.
Now, at what point did you go from a rapper to a writer?
I always been a writer first, but uh, my homie man, you know what I'm saying, Dilla man, shout out Dilla man. My homie, he the one that like installed into me to write. Like, man, bro, you can make a bag off this writing shit, bro. I think you should do this shit too, bro. Like that shit gonna pop for you, but if you do this in the meantime, it's gonna pay off. You know what I mean? So he was the one that like got me on that writing shit.
Can you tell the people what song it was that you got the Grammy nomination for?
Planes.
Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Now, was that your first actual song that you gave to somebody else and they actually did something?
No,
with
we
it?
actually wrote that together, so it was like a collaborative thing. You know what I'm saying? We was in the studio just on our wave as we usually be and just caught that one. You know what I'm saying? So
Who else have you wrote for?
uh, I don't want to give out too many names, but I guess I wrote for, like K Michelle and you know what I mean, shit like that. Like just a lot of different artists.
So when you writing for all these people that you feel me are known, like does that do something special for you?
Yeah, it do. To hear somebody like take your music and take it to another level, like even when you know their status of who they are, you know what I mean? So it do something for me. Yeah, most definitely.
All right, when you first heard Planes on the radio for the first time, like explain that feeling.
Tweaking.
Was it like, man, let me pull this motherfucker
It felt
over?
like I was singing the song myself. Like when I first heard it, felt like I was actually on the radio, like me personally, like it's like I was on that motherfucker. So I'm just hearing it, like man, this is crazy. Like, then you start hearing it a lot. It's like every time I got in the car and I turned my radio on, it was like it was playing.
Bro, that was a hit, bro.
Yeah.
Like a hit. Jeremiah and Cole was on there too, right? J. Cole. Bro,
J.
like
Cole, Jeremiah.
that was a special song. Even that whole project that Jeremiah released with that one, like remember
Crazy.
What is it? Remember Me?
Remember Me? Yeah, that's
Bro,
my
I
shit.
love that joint.
That's my
I
joint.
love that joint. So salute to you for being a part of that project. Because once again, a lot of people that come from where we come from, they don't get a chance to experience the other side of life. You know what I'm saying? Most of them just see the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it's amazing that you got to that point and you was able to like, man, I did that shit.
Yeah, I'm. It's just for me. It's a stepping stone. It's like it's a start. You know what I mean? It's a it's a print on a game for me. Like you know what I'm saying? It's my first little imprint. Like all right, okay, but I got a lot more to do. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of work to do.
Right.
That's just like the your baby steps for me. You know what I'm saying?
Now, with all the success that you created with the name Shot Hoover, like why change your name? Why rebrand? Because it's difficult to rebrand yourself as an artist.
I was just on some man. I feel like I need something new. Like I want to be a master of my own craft. You know what I mean? Master of my own way. Like and just something new, bro. I wanted to do something new. I feel like I hit a ceiling somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to showcase other talents that I do as a artist. You know what I'm saying?
So why Sensei Woods?
I'm a master, man. I'm a master of my craft. So I choose Sensei. That's why I went with Sensei, and Woods is my last name. So, you know.
Now you just released your first project under Sensei Woods, Black Belt Volume 1. So what was your thought process going into that project?
I really didn't come off with a thought process at first. I was just like I had like 3 or 4 songs picked out. You know what I'm saying? And when I just started making my whole thought process was like, man, I just want to get people something real they could feel. You know what I'm saying? Something at a very elite level. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I went with black belt. You know, because that's like an elite level of martial arts.
So what's your favorite song off of Black Belt?
Kind of scary is my favorite song right now because it might switch as the week changes. It might switch. I might be feeling a different way, and then the song will change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for right now, it's been kind of scary.
I know I love personally See the Sky.
Yeah.
You feel me? I listen to that every day. But Land of the Sharks, it grew on me. You feel me? Like now it's like Land of the Sharks, then See the Sky. You feel me? I fuck with Kinda Scary, and I fuck with Win Win too.
Yeah,
because you switched it up so much on that. It's like you going from tough, gritty to something that can be shown.
Playful, you
feel me? Like we need to get that to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, I could see it playing in the commercial.
Or one of these basketball, like some type of basketball sports. You know what I mean? Something.
Christmas Day,
man, for real.
Win. You feel me?
Man.
So, what else do you hope to accomplish like through your music?
Really, just man, because just being able to reach the masses and people because everybody going through what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? So, just reach the masses and inspire somebody and motivate somebody to do what I'm doing, or either get through their day. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make you laugh, cry, or that's just either one of those things, or happy. You know what I'm saying? With my music, just either one of those things.
So what can we expect moving forward? Is because 2020 coming to an end. We already know we all been just sitting still, staying stagnant. You feel me? So better yet, how have you been able to stay creative with everything that's going on?
Man, it's been crazy. It's been crazy because due to Corona, like I like to write off experience. You know what I'm saying? So you just going through a lot of emotions. So it's been crazy. Like it's been crazy to be creative. All this shit going on around you, but I just make it work, bro. Like give it one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? Try to find my just any rhythm and any type of aura. Just try to find it. You know what I'm saying? And get in that bag. That's how I just stay creative, bro. So get around the right vibes, you know what I mean? Right people, right smoke, that type of shit.
So if I just randomly walked up and started a conversation with you on the street and you told me you made music, what would be the first song you push me in the direction of?
Out of all the songs, or just like
period, everything,
of mines, or just
anything that's related to you.
If I were to push you in the direction of the song, what song would I push you in? I'll probably push you to Baby's Kids.
The moment I knew that you had something, this was before I knew you wrote planes and shit, was Back on the Road.
Oh,
like
yeah,
I followed you. I was already following you. You feel me?
That's probably one of them I would do myself too.
Bro, when I heard Back on the Road, I'm like, man, he fucking got it. You feel me? And now when you send me your music and I play it in the car, my son be like, is that Sensei? Is that Sensei? So once the project came out, he found you on YouTube. You feel me? He was like, man, and he loved Win Win. That was his song. So he's like, man, I found Sensei on YouTube. I'm like, yeah, you be playing that shit? He like, yeah, he play it every day. So shout out to my son.
Yeah, shout out to your son, man.
Yeah, Sponge.
Let's get it, man. That's why I say the youth, man, that's where it's coming from. They gonna guide the future, you know what I mean, for the next 20.
Facts. You know I told his little ass, boy, you know how to work TikTok. You need to work that song on TikTok.
Man, he showed me how to work that, man. I got something for him. I need to learn how to work that shit too, bro.
Man, that shit difficult.
I need to learn how to work that shit.
But like we was talking off camera, like the youth are the new movement. You feel me? They pushing the culture forward, and they don't even know they doing it. You feel me? So I try to let my kids know. You feel me? Whatever you love, we gonna surround you around it, and I'm just gonna motivate you and push you forward. Because if he start rapping, it ain't because of me. It's gonna be because of people like you. You feel me?
Yeah, most definitely.
And me just playing that.
Right.
So what can we expect in the near future from Sensei Woods?
Videos, man. I got some new videos coming out. A new project top of the year. You know, get something to the people, man. Then I got a project I want to do for the ladies, an R&B project that they've been down and make me drop, like just do something different. So I got something for the ladies, R&B project. And just I don't want to give away too much, just that type of shit.
All right, now before we get out of here, you got any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, man. Shout out to my dog. All my up and coming, all my up and coming rappers, man, come from Chicago. The artists, man, come from Chicago. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? 2 Glocks. Shout out to, you know what I mean, Lico. Shout out to Little. You know what I mean? Shout out TP. Shout out Snoop. Shout out Queese. Shout out Young TT. Shout out Zach Ryan, man. Shout out all the producers that was on the Tater Kids. Shout out all of them, man. Yeah, man, pretty much, man. Shout out to Low End 39th. You know what I mean?
All right, now let everybody know where they can find your project, where they can follow you, and they can stay in tune with everything you got going on.
Oh, yeah, you can follow me on IG at Sensei Woods 39. And I'm on Twitter at Sensei Woods 39. Or Sensei _ Woods 39. One of them. Yeah, pretty much.
All right, man. I want to say I appreciate you for sliding through. You feel me, chopping it up with me.
Love my boy. You know it's always love with us, bro.
Big facts. Now, this has been another episode of Conversations with Jay.
Yeah, gang.